it's time for dreaming.
Hi, I am Anupriya Singh, a product innovation designer. In this series, I don't start with solutions, I start with what does not quite feel right, even when everything looks advanced. Today is one of those moments. A few months ago, I came across a project by Ammunition Group, The Limitless Pendant. You can see the case study on my website. It is a beautifully crafted AI wearable, a memory assistant that listens, stores, and helps recall information. On paper, it checks many boxes: elegant design, advanced technology, clear proposition. But when I looked at it through a deeper lens, I noticed something that did not just feel like a feature challenge, it felt like a human challenge. Right now, AI feels everywhere, right? From Apple to Google to Meta Glasses to Amazon, Alexa, OpenAI, each with powerful systems and interfaces. And yet, from a human perspective, it feels fragmented. Every ecosystem demands you to start from scratch. New prompts, new memory context, new training, new answers. What if your intelligence isn't supposed to live in silos? Humans don't live in silos. We move through environments, relationships, tasks, and carry context from moment to moment. Yet our tools make us carry context. That's a design gap. For Limitless, the obvious questions are: how much can it remember? How seamless is the interface? What's the battery life? But I asked something else. What does it mean to outsource memory? Not just technically, but psychologically. Memory is not just about data stored. It's about identity, reflection, decision history, trust in ourselves. So when a system starts remembering for you, what relationship are you forming with it? And more importantly, what tensions do you introduce into that relationship? If memory or intelligence becomes an assistant, what if it did not only exist in one object? What if it moved with you? Not just a wearable, but a presence that carries context across spaces, from your phone to your wearable to your home assistant to your AR glasses. One seamless intelligence. That does not mean ask you to relearn yourself every time you switch tools. This is not a product pitch, it's a perspective shift. And then I asked, who did we forget? And the answer was the deaf and the hard of hearing people who navigate the world without relying on sound. Yet many AI assume auditory interfaces. What if a memory assistant did not just need sound at all? What if outputs were bone conduction cues, where braille tapping could be a part of it, invisible vibrations through that, text layers on contextually relevant objects, silent reminders without noise pollution. So imagine a version of this technology that feels like a piece of jewelry, works like a cufflink or pendant, discreetly reflects context, does not interrupt, and teaches your environment to respond to you, not your voice. I mean, just not your voice. This isn't about gimmicks, it's about accessibility through form and trust. Then I asked a harder human question. What happens when you are in a situation where you feel unsafe? In an unfamiliar city, during a stressful interaction, when your phone is in your pocket, your context is fragmented, your memory is overloaded. What if the assistant could quietly signal important cues, recall critical information for you, help you make better decisions under stress? Not because it's smarter, but because it understands you. This is where trust becomes fundamental. Trust is not about, it cannot be built with features. It's built over time through meaningful interactions that respect agency. An AI that remembers for you must be predictable, transparent, respectful of boundaries, calibrated to your comfort, not its capacity. That's the real design problem. And this is where design thinking becomes valuable, not as a checklist, not as a method pinned on a wall, but as a way to slow down, surface assumptions, identify human tensions, test reframes, and explore pathways no one asked for. Without design thinking, this becomes a tech demo, a feature list, a product pitch. With design thinking, this becomes a human story waiting to be told. AI is becoming ambient. It will be everywhere. The danger isn't lack of capability, it's capability without continuity. It's intelligence without empathy and memory without meaning, presence without trust. We fail not because we can't build technology, we fail because we forget why we are building it. This is what this channel is about. Not building products but seeing the gaps others accept as given. In the next episode, we'll continue unfolding insights like this to explore where innovation could go if we began with curiosity, context, and care. Thank you for thinking with me.